Hi guys, this is Sai Kumar Kortiwada. In this video, we will learn how to create our Angular 17 project and how to upgrade our Angular project. That means from 16 or 15 how you want to upgrade. So in this video, the speciality is till now the upgradations we saw on the new applications or the applications which we didn't wrote code and we tried to upgrade that. But now in this case, I already completed my user management project in Angular 16. I'll try to update that into Angular 17 and how it works out. So if you didn't saw my user management and notes management projects, please watch my playlist. I'll provide the link in the description and you can search for the playlist of user management and notes management in my channel. So let me quickly jump into the Visual Studio Code. This is the project which I did a long back on Angular 16. You can see this is Angular 16. This is all Angular 16. So I have completed this Angular 16 with user management and notes management application. If you see, we have a lot of components over here and we can use this particular application to upgrade. That means I will upgrade first and then we will go to the new project implementation. So now let me open the terminal, and here what we want to do is we want to run some set of commands. So what are the commands which we have to use? So you may not always aware what are the commands we want to use, so that the Angular gave a update.angular.io site where you can try to upgrade from any version to any version. In this case, I have version 16 and I want to update to 17, and you know that this is a very basic application and I am using Angular material, hence show me how to update. So before you update, you don't need to do anything before moving between this version, because already I am using bit latest version and this is the latest stable version. So now I want to upgrade it. First thing is, make sure that you are using a supported version of Node.js before you upgrade your application, and it requires a Node.js version of version 18.13.0 or newer version, any newer version and above 18.13.0. Let me go into the Visual Studio Code, check the node version, node hyphen hyphen version, and hit enter. So it is 21.5.0. So my Node.js is 21.5.0. If you don't have Node.js with the latest version, just go into Node.js download site and select your installation process. If you are using Mac, you can use Mac, or else you can use Windows. Whatever the installer you want, you can install based on your platform. And it is a latest version and it is 20.11.1, and if you see the current one, it is 21. This one. So I have installed the current version of Node.js, so that's okay because it is above 18.13.0. Now what I want to do is, you can just go here and first step is done. We have verified our node version. Make sure that you are using a supported version of TypeScript before you upgrade your application. The TypeScript version, if you have installed globally, then you have to update it. I didn't install anything globally. And make sure that you are using a supported version of Zone.js before you upgrade your application. That is, Angular version 16 supports Zone.js version 0.14.x or later. That means we need to have a Zone.js. So let me go into package.json and just search for Zone.js, and it is 0.13.0. So now we have to update this. That can be updated. Let's wait for it. And now in the application projects, run this command. So this command will do everything whatever we require for us. So let me copy this command and just go here and hit enter. Now it will upgrade your Angular version. Let me see that it is updating the package.json. Yes, it updated and it is installing all the required packages for us. So let's see what is the diff for it. After installation of these packages, it takes some time to install. So now packages successfully installed. Let me go here and show you the diff. So if I show the diff, it has been upgraded with 17, 17, 17, everywhere it upgraded with 17, but it didn't updated our Angular material and it didn't updated our zone.js. So we have to update these two particular libraries for us, and also there is something called as CDK. So we have to update these three packages. So let me update these three packages. So I can use something like @angular /cdk @17 and hit enter. So repository is not clean, so we have to commit this first. So get add dot get commit, and I'm committing these changes. So what I'll do is, before committing this, I'll create a new branch for us. Git checkout user nodes management with v17. So I have updated, I'm updating this, and the command is checkout -b because we are creating a new branch. And now let me go here, just commit it. Commit -m updated Angular to v17 and hit enter. Now I have committed these changes. I'm not pushing any code. Now what I'll do is I'll update this Angular CDK. So let me hit enter. So it is updating to CDK @17, but unexpectedly there is an incompatible version. So package Angular material has incompatible peer dependency to Angular CDK. So what they are asking is we have to install our latest version of Angular material first. So let me go into Angular material site and just get the command Angular material 17 and hit enter. So let me go here and get started, or just go into the ng add. Let me copy this and hit here, or you can just use ng update. So let me update Angular slash material @17, and let me check the version. It is 17.0.5, which is latest and stable. So I can use 17.0.5 and hit enter. Now it will install Angular material 17.0.5. It is updating the package JSON and it starts installing. It is installing the package now. So now we have installed this particular Angular material as well. So it is also migrating all the related stuff. If you see, when I updated Angular material, automatically CDK got updated. So that's about the update of Angular material. Let me add this and just commit this. Commit -m updated Angular material to v17, and let me update our zone.js. As per the description in the Angular update document, we have to update our zone.js version. That means we have to update this particular 0.14.x or later. So how can I update? Just you can go with npm zone.js. Let me get that zone.js and go to the zone.js library. So you can see here it is 0.14.3. Let me update this npm update zone.js. So let me check the library name here. It is zone.js, and I want to update to the latest version, that is 0.14.3. So 0.14.3. So it is throwing some error. Update argument must only contain packages names. Example npm update node zone.js. So no need to give the version. Hit enter. Now it is giving some problem for us. Why? Let me check that. Okay, now we saw something like, while resolving Angular dev kit build Angular @17.0.10, it is expecting some latest version of TypeScript, but here it found 4.9.5. So we have to update this TypeScript as well. How to update this TypeScript? Already we have here. This is version 5.2 or later. So here let's update our TypeScript. So how to upgrade our TypeScript? Let me go into npm install TypeScript. So let me check the TypeScript version over here. So this is something like 5.3.3, and let me use a command. It is in our dev dependency. Hence what I'll do is I'll use this TypeScript version only in the dev dependency. So what I'll do, I'll remove this version and I will update the version to 5.3.3. Let me go here, put here, and let me hit enter. Now it is failing because it is asking for an upstream and it is not finding a proper version of TypeScript. So what I'll do is I'll do a force update for this --force and hit enter. So now it will try to override my TypeScript version. So all TypeScript versions has been overridden. Now what we can do is let me update the zone.js. So let me go into update zone.js and hit enter. Now again it is failing. So what I'll do is I'll just update this zone.js to the latest version by changing the version number. I can also do this like 0.14.3. What I'll do is I'll change here directly and save this. Now what I'll do is just I'll try to do npm install and give a force command. Now it has been installed and your package is changed into 0.14.3. So now my package is updated. Let me add this and just commit these changes. So what I'll do is just I'll go into a commit part and give update what I have updated zone and TypeScript, zone.js and TypeScript versions. So now what we'll do is we'll run the application. ng serve. It takes time to run this, but it got failed because emit attempted before Angular Webpack initialized. Failed to initialize Angular compilation. The Angular compiler requires TypeScript of greater than 5.2.0 and less than 5.3.0. So we can use maximum of 5.3.0. So we are using more than that. So let me change this version and save this. And they are telling it should be less than this version. So what I can do is we can go and check the versions of TypeScript where it is 5.3.3, and we have many versions over here which is having 5.3.1, 5.3.0, like that. We have many things. Let me check what should be required. It should be greater than or equal to 5.2.0. So let me search for this. 5.2.2 is the last version, so I can use this 5.2.2. so what I'll do is just go here and change it to 5.2.0 if you want. That would be stable because they are expecting greater than or equal to, or else just go here and change to 5.2.2 because we are seeing that version. So let me go here and give npm install again. Now what I'll do is just I'll run ngserve. Now let's see, it is generating the browser application bundles, and now it is compiled successfully. Let's go and run our UI, whether it is breaking anything on the UI. Let me go here and just run the UI. So this is what we have expected, and if I go here, it is working, already registered, working, and I can check the validations. Everything is working as expected. So what I'll do is I'll just register Sai Kumar, and it is Sai SKK, and let me give a mail, saisKK@gmail.com, mobile number 8989898989, and the password is sai@12345, and interested topics Angular, and let me go with React and Vue. I agree and register. So I'm registering to this. So register successfully. That is, the toast message are also working fine because we are using Angular material of version 17, and it is working as expected. Let me go with the Gmail, same what I gave, saisKK@gmail.com, and we gave a password. Check this and give sai and login. Invalid credentials. It is 12345 login. So now it has been logged in. Now we have 3 users because already we have created 2 users whenever we are using Angular version 16, and we have 2 nodes and my nodes are 0. So let me go into my nodes, that is nodes here, and you can see the same table and the same structure is visible. That means it has not broken anywhere. Let me click on this and sign out and click on yes. So we are done with the upgradation of our Angular application. So what is the prerequisite? Our version should be updated, and we have to use a proper version for our TypeScript. Even if you are doing npm install --force or --, force, whenever you are running this application, it may break. So you have to be very clear for these versions which are supported by Angular 17. So that's about your updation of your Angular application. Now what we can do is, let me quit this and let me add this git add dot and git commit -m, and we have updated TypeScript to Angular compatibility. So we have added that compatibility version and hit enter. So now let me push this origin user nodes management -v17. So now we are done with the upgradation of the application. First part is done. Now the second part is we have to create the new projects and what are the things which came in new creation of the projects. And now what we'll do is we'll try to create a new project. What are the things came in new project creation? First command is common, that is ng new, and before that I'll check the global version. So we already checked the node version. Let me check again --, version, and it is of 21, so latest one, and let me go with ngv. That gives the Angular version. So here if you see, Angular version is 17.0.8, which is the latest one. Let me clear this off, and now what I'll do is I'll try to create a new one. So let me go and create ng space new space v-17 and hit enter. Now it is asking a question, which one or which style you want to use for this application. I want to use SCSS. Let me hit enter. And now this is the one which came newly. Do you want to enable SSR and static site generation? I have explained about this SSR and what are the updates we came up with SSR in my previous video, where we saw about the updates of Angular 17. In that features, I have theoretically explained about this server side rendering, and now this is a new prompt which was enabled in our CLI, that is whether you want to add an SSR or not. Let me add SSR and hit enter. Now it will create our project, and in general whenever we use ng new, it will create our application with the modular approach. But from Angular 17, standalone has become a default creation of the project, and now the standalone project will be created for us. If you don't want to use standalone, you have to explicitly give option called as hyphen standalone is equal to false. So that's how you have to give. Now it will be creating a standalone application. So let me clear this off. It has been successfully created for us. So now what I'll do is I'll just go into Visual Studio Code, open the new window, and what we'll do is we'll add that folder. So let me open this application. So I have opened the application here, and if you see the name, it is V17. So we have created a new one, and if you see this, the structure and everything looks the same way. And what will happen if we are using the new one? So first thing is, we need to see our default structure for standalone. If you go into main.ts, if you see we have bootstrap application, it doesn't have bootstrap module. That means we have created this application as a standalone. Let me cross check this by going into app.component.ts, and if you see the default value is standalone, that is standalone true. Now if you don't want to create this standalone true, what should happen? So let me go into the terminal, and what you have to do is ng space new space v-17 hyphen non-standalone. So you can create a non-standalone application. Let me go with standalone equal to false. If you give this option, then you will be creating an application with a modular approach. And if you want to enable SSR without prompting a question, so you can use SSR directly and hit enter. It will create SSR application. And if you don't want to use SSR, just give false for this. So these are the options which came in Angular CLI for the ng new command, and you can use this for your creation of the project. Now what are the things which has been added into our package.json? Let me go into package.json, and here if you see there is a package called as Angular SSR. So here this package will help us to create our SSR application. Before Angular 16 or 17, for hydration or anything we used to use Angular Universal. Now that Angular Universal is a part of this SSR module itself, and it also added one particular command over here, that is the script file. So whenever you run this script file, it opens our node.js with server.mjs, and this is the changes which are happened in our package.json just because of that SSR. And we also came up with the build process. Now let me open the terminal, and if you open the terminal and try to give ng build, you can give it. So now the default build version is a production. Let's check that. We can use our Angular JSON, and let me go with the production. So we have this occurrence, that is default configuration to production, and if you see here the production inside our server as well. So let me give ng build, and it defaults points to the production, and it will create our build. And if you see this, the speed of the build is very fast because of VITE, white configuration for our build productions. So in Angular 17, this build process is happening by the combination of white and ES builds. That is why it is very speed. And if you see ng serve as well, so it will open your serve, and it is opening in localhost 4200. If you change something, let me go into app.component.html. Let me remove everything and just add h1 I am in Angular 17 and save this. You can see here the unchanged output files are very fast. That means the pre-loading of change detection is very fast on this file, and the live updates will also be very fast in Angular 17, and it's about 80% of increment in the refresh loop. that's I have explained in my Angular feature updates. You can check over there. Let me go here and let me reload this, and we are seeing some problem, can't match the route URL. If you see, this is also one of the update. Whenever you are giving a match URL, that is /login, it is not working. Why? Because that /login does not exist. And you can see all the config server. This config server is a file which is because of our SSR. So let's go here and just save this again. We have updated all the files, and let me reload. Now you can see I'm in Angular 17. So that's it. We are very good with our Angular 17 new application. So you can use this new application, and from Angular 17 requesting us to use standalone component so that it would be very fast. As of now, there is no plan to remove modular approaches, but in the future we may expect the removal of modular approach in Angular. So from now onwards, whatever the videos I am doing, I'll be doing only in the standalone Angular projects or Angular applications. Hope this would give you a complete glance about what are the new things came in Angular for creating and updating Angular versions. One more thing I forgot to update you guys. So the thing is, we have a new command that is nothing but SSR command, which is given in the script. What will happen if we are using this particular serve? So let me use ngserve and show you something. So I tried to serve the ngserve and go to my previous one. I am not running anything. That's good. So let me go here and run this localhost with 4200 and hit enter. Now it ran our application, and let me use an view page source. If you see this, my page source completely rendered over here. So actually speaking, if you click on line wrap, so you can see all the data over here. That means it is enabled with SSR. If you are not enabling that SSR, this will not be visible for us. So if you go here and let me do one thing, I'll create without SSR. Let me go into our terminal, just go with v17 no SSR. So I don't want to create SSR. Now it will prompt you. Let me go here. I am seeing Node.js version detected. Odd numbered Node.js versions will not enter LTC. So let me see ls, and okay, I'm inside the project. Let me go out of it and let me create that particular version 17 no SSR. Now if it prompts us with SSR, I'll select no, and that should be capital letter and hit enter. Now it will create a Angular version 17 with no SSR. That means we will not have any SSR. What I'll do is, first, before doing that, I'll close all the applications which are not needed. We have upgraded this to version 17 and this is not required. Let me close this. And the next one is Angular version with SSR. This is with SSR. Let me close this as well. Or let me open a new window and just close this. Now it has been successfully installed. What I'll do is I'll just open this SSR version 17 no SSR. So I have opened this no SSR. You can see here. Let me drag this, or you can just explore over here. So we don't have SSR. Let me go into package JSON, and if you see here, we have a start command, and that will do ngserve. Let me open the terminal and run this ngserve. And now let me go here, just reload this and view the source page. If you see the view page source, you don't have SSR over here. You saw that you have app root, and you are not seeing any of the code other than this particular routes or particular selectors. But this is not an SSR application, so that's why you are not seeing complete view source, and that is where you will not see headings and paragraphs and styles, everything, and it will not be used for our server side rendering. Now let me go and open our application with version 17, which is with SSR. So let me open the terminal, and what I'll do is I'll just run ngserve, but this time I'll use a different port for our understanding, which is 4300. So now I'm running the port number 4300 with SSR and 4200 with not SSR. So I'll show you both the differences. So I am going here, and this is my not an SSR application. Let me duplicate this and make it as 4300, hit enter. Now let me view page source. You can see all the content. This is from localhost 4300, and this one let me open this with 4200. If you see 4200 does not have any code. Let me use line wrap, and you are only seeing the selector and not the main content of that particular selector. If you go to the view source of localhost 4300, completely it is SSR. And let me line wrap all the data whatever you have inside the app component, that is visible over here. This is where the search engine optimization gets into picture. And if you are searching for any h1 tags, it will go and search for the h1 tag, and it will get that particular values, and it will be used for our search engine optimization. So this is how the server side rendering will work, and it helps a lot for us for faster our application and show the content in a faster way. So that's about your SSR application versus non-SSR application. Became very simple in our Angular 17. And in the upcoming video, we will see about some of the latest features which came in Angular 17, that is like control flow, and also we came up with deferred views, that is deferrable views. All these will be covered in the upcoming videos of Angular 17. So hope you like my explanation. If you like my video, like, share, subscribe to my channel for more updates. Signing off. Thank you.